My name is Robert Grant. I am Professor of Strategic Management at Bocconi University in Milan, Italy. I'm also visiting professor at Georgetown University in Washington, D.C., which was my primary affiliation for about 15 years. I wrote the book Contemporary Strategy Analysis really because I wanted, for my own use, to have a textbook which reflected the dynamism and the vigor and the intellectual rigor of the field of strategic management. My feeling at that time was that the existing text did not reflect either the developments that were occurring in strategy research or the strategy practices of leading edge companies. The result has been a strategy text which is certainly it's more intellectually, analytically demanding than many other strategy texts, but it is also much more accessible. That accessibility is the result of, first of all, the fact that it is written with very clear exposition. Second, it concentrates on the fundamentals of value creation within firms. And third, it focuses upon practical issues of strategy formulation and implementation in firms. One of the implications of having a text which has been designed to be easily accessible is that contemporary strategy analysis has been shown to work well with on a wide variety of courses with different levels of student. So that in terms of MBA students, undergraduate students, executive courses, and even in some of the internal training programs that are run by consulting firms, then contemporary strategy analysis has worked extremely well. So that is something else which I've been very pleased about in terms of the feedback that I've received. So in terms of new features of analysis, most of those really relate to what I've identified as being the two critical features of the emerging business environment. That of turbulence, so there is a greater emphasis on the tools of strategy to deal with issues of uncertainty, and also an emphasis on issues of complexity, which have emerged both in the practical issues of management, but also increasingly in strategic research of recent years. It also means a greater emphasis on implementation, and there is much more attention being given in the book in terms of issues of designing organizational structures and systems, and also of issues of leadership and the role of management within companies. The other feature of this new edition relates to the support materials. There are a number of new cases. All the cases for this new edition have been developed by myself, and one of the implications of that is that the cases are closely linked to the material in the chapter. And that, I think, is a unique and hopefully valuable feature of this 7th edition. The other feature of the new edition is the great expansion in the amount of support materials. In addition to the cases, there are a number of instructor resources and student resources being developed, and those will be available primarily through the Wiley website. And these include test banks for instructors, they include additional readings, and also video materials which can be downloaded and shown.